Welcome back to the English Story Podcast. I'm Mark, and as always, I'm here with my incredible co-host, Hope.
Hi, everyone. It's so great to have you join us today. Mark, today's topic feels especially relevant given how unpredictable life can be.
Absolutely, Hope. Today we're exploring a question that many people grapple with. How do you stay motivated during challenging times?
That's right. Whether you're facing personal struggles, career setbacks, or just the general stress of life, staying motivated can feel like an uphill battle.
And that's why we're here. In today's episode, we're going to break down the strategies that can help you keep going when the going gets tough.
Exactly. And as always, we've prepared a free PDF packed with actionable tips to help you stay motivated no matter what challenges come your way. Be sure to check the description to download it.
All right, let's dive right in and talk about how to keep that spark of motivation alive, even during the toughest times. Hope, before we talk about how to stay motivated, let's start by understanding why motivation tends to fade during challenging times. What are your thoughts?
Great question, Mark. I think one of the main reasons motivation fades is because challenges can feel overwhelming. When you're faced with a big problem, it's easy to feel stuck or unsure of where to start.
That's so true. And another factor is fear. Fear of failure, fear of making the wrong decision, or even fear of success. Fear can be paralyzing, and it often holds people back from taking action.
Absolutely. And let's not forget about fatigue. When you're physically or emotionally exhausted, it's hard to find the energy to stay motivated, no matter how important your goals are.
That's a big one, Hope, and I think stress plays a huge role too. When you're stressed, it's harder to focus and everything can start to feel overwhelming.
Exactly. And there's also the issue of losing sight of your why. When times get tough, it's easy to forget why you started in the first place. Without that sense of purpose, motivation can quickly fade. And
That's such a great point, and I think another reason is unrealistic expectations. Sometimes we expect results too quickly, and when we don't see immediate progress, we get discouraged.
Absolutely. But here's the good news. Understanding why motivation fades is the first step to overcoming it. Once you know what's holding you back, you can start taking steps to address it.
That's so true, Hope. And it leads perfectly into our next segment, practical strategies for staying motivated during challenging times.
All right, Mark, let's talk about strategies. What's your go-to tip for staying motivated when things get tough?
My first tip is to break your goals into smaller, more manageable pieces. When you're facing a big challenge, focusing on one small step at a time can make it feel less overwhelming.
That's such a great tip, and I'd add the importance of celebrating small wins along the way. Every little bit of progress is a step in the right direction, and acknowledging that progress can help you stay motivated.
Absolutely. Another strategy I love is reconnecting with your why. When you're clear about why you're working toward a goal, it's easier to push through the tough times.
I couldn't agree more. And let's not forget about the power of routine. Establishing a daily routine can provide structure and make it easier to stay on track, even when motivation is low.
That's so true, Hope. And here's another tip. Surround yourself with positivity. Whether it's uplifting books, inspiring podcasts, or supportive friends, positive influences can make a huge difference.
Absolutely. And don't underestimate the power of self-care. When you're taking care of your physical and emotional well-being, it's easier to stay motivated and focused.
That's such an important point. And I'd add the value of visualization. Taking a few minutes each day to picture yourself achieving your goal can help you stay motivated and focused on the bigger picture.
That's such a great strategy, Mark. And let's not forget about the importance of flexibility. Life doesn't always go as planned, and being willing to adapt can help you keep moving forward, even when things don't go as expected.
Absolutely. And here's one last tip. Practice gratitude. Taking time to reflect on the things you're grateful for can shift your perspective and help you find the motivation to keep going.
That's such a beautiful reminder, Mark. And it brings us to our next segment, how to maintain motivation over the long term.
Hope, staying motivated in the short term is one thing, but maintaining that motivation over the long term is a whole different challenge. What are your thoughts?
You're absolutely right, Mark. Long-term motivation requires a combination of consistency, patience, and resilience. One of the most important things is to set realistic goals. When your goals are achievable, it's easier to stay motivated and avoid burnout.
That's such a great point. And I think tracking your progress is also key. When you can see how far you've come, it gives you the encouragement to keep going.
Absolutely, and let's not forget about the importance of staying flexible. Sometimes life throws unexpected challenges your way, and being willing to adjust your approach can help you stay on track.
That's so true, Hope. And another important factor is finding joy in the process. When you focus on the journey, not just the destination, it's easier to stay motivated over the long haul.
I couldn't agree more. And I think it's also important to stay connected to your support system. Whether it's friends, family, or a mentor, having people who believe in you can make all the difference.
That's such a great reminder, Hope. And here's another tip. Keep learning and growing. When you're constantly improving and trying new things, it's easier to stay motivated and inspired.
Absolutely. And let's not forget about the power of reflection. Taking time to reflect on your progress, your challenges, and your successes can help you stay grounded and motivated.
That's so true, Hope. And it leads perfectly into our final segment, key takeaways from today's discussion.
Before we wrap up, let's dive into some vocabulary from today's episode to help our listeners expand their understanding.
Great idea, Hope. First up, we have the word motivation. Motivation means the reason or reasons one has for acting or behaving in a particular way. For example, her motivation to succeed kept her going during tough times.
Next, we have resilience. Resilience refers to the capacity to recover quickly from difficulties. For instance, resilience is what helps people bounce back after facing challenges.
Another important word is gratitude. Gratitude means being thankful and showing appreciation for the positive aspects of life. For example, practicing gratitude can improve your mood and outlook.
Let's also look at visualization. Visualization is the act of imagining or picturing your goals as if they have already been achieved. For instance, she used visualization techniques to stay focused on her dreams.
And lastly, we have flexibility. Flexibility means the ability to adapt to new, different, or changing circumstances. For example, flexibility is key when plans don't go as expected.
These words are so helpful in understanding today's topic. Make sure to try using them in your daily conversations. All right, Mark, let's wrap things up with some key takeaways from today's episode.
First, motivation tends to fade during challenging times because of factors like fear, stress, and unrealistic expectations. But understanding these factors is the first step to overcoming them.
Second, practical strategies like breaking your goals into smaller steps, celebrating small wins, and reconnecting with your why can help you stay motivated in the face of challenges.
Third, maintaining motivation over the long term requires consistency, patience, and a focus on the process. Staying connected to your support system and finding joy in the journey can make all the difference.
And finally, remember that motivation isn't something you have, it's something you create. By taking small actions every day and practicing gratitude, you can keep that spark alive, even during tough times.
That's such a powerful message, Hope, and as always, we'd love to hear from our listeners. What's one strategy you use to stay motivated during challenging times? Share your thoughts in the comments below.
And don't forget to download our free PDF for more tips and exercises to help you stay motivated no matter what life throws your way. The link is in the description.
Thanks so much for joining us today. We'll see you next time on the English Story Podcast.
Take care, everyone, and remember, you've got this.